Hey guys.
Hi.
We are
Herndon
Jones Squared. You already know. So we are here today, just to shoot the stuff and talk about expectations.
On who?
The ones that people place on others.
Okay.
Now, I don't place expectations on people because when you place expectations on folk, you're usually disappointed, right? So let me just talk about some personal expectations that have been placed on me, or how people thought I was supposed to. They expected me to do a certain thing. I'll start here. So you all know this is my wife, and we were married February the 22nd of 22. And I'll speak about a situation situations where I either saw someone or spoke to someone and they said things to me like, I can't believe you didn't tell me. I can't believe I didn't get an invite, or I can't believe this, or I can't believe that. And in my mind, I'm like, what? Because why would one expect or think I'm supposed to, number one, call them and give them an itinerary of my relationship? Two, expect that I'm supposed to send them a save the date and or an invitation.
If they weren't going to be invited anyway.
Right. And my whole thing is, if you're not in my life currently, actively, or we speak or have a friendship where time and distance doesn't remove the closeness, then why would you expect anything? And honestly, it's always the people who don't give tidbits or give an itinerary about their life that expect for everyone to tell them what's going on, who they're seeing, and this, that, and the third. No. Don't expect me to do what you would not want someone expect you to do.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. I can't believe you didn't tell me, or I can't believe I haven't met her, or I can't believe you did this, or I can't believe you did that. Well, believe it.
Is it because people didn't expect this from you? They didn't think that you would either find somebody or get married? I mean, I feel like that would be my opinion on it. For me anyway, not for you. Well, because of course, people didn't expect me to be with a woman, and of course they didn't expect me to be married so soon. So maybe the people who I've gotten that from were like, well, damn, you didn't tell me. Why didn't you tell me? And, mostly it's just oversight and not taking away the importance of these people in our lives. But it's a matter of like, during that time we were trying to get things done, trying to get married, and we had a few hiccups in reference to where to get married because of,
or how big the wedding would be,
or how big, like how many people we wanted.
Right, because we want to have a wedding,
space.
And then, yeah.
So it's never intentional, and it's like blame my head, not my heart.
Yeah, and
but you do have those people that you were talking about who you haven't spoken to in years.
Yeah,
like found out and were like, well, you didn't tell me. Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't have that type of relationship. Yeah. Number one, to me, in my mind and in my heart, like if there is someone or whoever that you want to tell, or they have to know the good news, this, that, and the third, automatically they come to mind. When that mind and heart doesn't work and sync with one another, and just keep you aware of who needs to know, then that means that person they're not obsolete or whatever. It just means that you are not on that on one accord with one another in that manner. So, and
we're mostly thinking about close family and friends, people who are in our lives at that moment, like who they were close to. Again, not taking away the closeness that we either had or have with those people, but just in that moment, maybe we haven't spoken to that person in a few months.
Or it's just simple as this, because, like, I'm going to answer your question. I'm sure it's a shocker that I'm married, number one.
Why?
Because I'm so particular. And I don't fall easily. And although very loving, I don't attach myself to just anyone. And, and just really go hard, So, and then having been in relationships or dating certain individuals, and people asking what's going on with this situation, I'm like, I don't see them in my future. It is what it is. Don't even worry about it, kind of thing. So now, meeting you, being in love with you, and having you as my wife. So I guess for some people it's a shocker. Why? Okay. Because I'm married. Because it was a time in my life where I never thought I would be married. Or never met someone that I just had to have for the rest of my life. And then you came along.
I'm special.
She is. Thank you. And then guys, like I said, it's not personal. It's always the people that feel slighted. But I had to ask my wife this question. Have these people always been intimately involved in prior relationships or with other people that you've seen? Are you intimately involved with this person and who they see? It's like people place expectations on others that are unreal or unrealistic. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Things happen, new relationships, you're in a relationship, getting to know each other. You know, you got that, people call it a honeymoon phase. I think we'll honeymoon forever. But you're really just enveloped in that person. Like, you're spending most of your time with that person.
Right.
You're doing most of the things in life that you do with that person because you're getting to know that person, becoming one, if you will. You know, seeing what life will be with this individual. So you don't purposefully leave someone out, or it just happens. And for people not to understand that that's how life goes and take it personally, it's just sometimes like, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on. Who do you call and give a B, C, D, E, F, G of your life and who you're seeing and what you're doing? Most likely no one, unless it's your good girlfriend that you sit on the phone and gossip with, or your good boyfriend that you sit on the phone and gossip with. It's just
or people
unrealistic to assume that because someone forgot to give you the memo, but it's not personal. It really isn't.
It's never personal. It's just a matter of, and I can only speak for myself.
And I can speak for me.
I didn't know how people would take my relationship with a woman. And again, I didn't.
She kept me as a little ancient Chinese secret.
No, I didn't. I did not keep her a secret. And the main two people I wanted to know about her were my son and my mother. And once I got across those hurdles, which actually weren't hurdles, my son was for it ASAP. He was just so happy that I was happy. My mother, of course, she had a few issues with it because, you know, just like, I guess, something unexpected happening, you don't expect that. So it was kind of like, okay, well, but she loves her.
That's my boo now, honey.
They love each other. They're cool, and everything is okay now. But those were the two people that I needed in my life to know. Everyone else was a bonus. Like, if you accepted it, thank God. If you didn't, then the beat goes on.
Because who's perfect? No one.
Right.
Who's judgmental? You shouldn't be if you are.
Right.
Who's going to put you in heaven or hell? Not any human being that walks this earth. So it's like, come on, people. That's right. Live and let live. Yeah. Lead with love. Stop taking personal what someone is doing behind closed doors in their lives. Like, live, love. That's it. No one is. You're not going around getting approval for seeing a man, cat, rat, bat, or dog. It doesn't matter. Stop judging people. Love people for who they are. Right. And going back to expectations, I have a friend that literally texted me and just let me know how could I not, let her know that I got married, this, that, and the third. And she took it personally. And I had to really respond to her, not text. I used the voice text, however, to say, how dare you take it personal? It wasn't me purposefully dismissing you or purposefully not letting you know this was going on. And then I said in that message, we don't have that type of relationship. You don't call me and give me the ins and outs of who you're dating and what you're doing, this, that, and the third. How dare you expect that of me? And know that me not contacting you, it wasn't purposeful or to hurt you. It was just that obviously you weren't here in the forefront of my brain of those people that needed to know, meaning my sister, my brother, my daughter, etc., etc., etc. And the cash me sweating on this joke, but yeah. So I don't know. It's just
she was disappointed.
Who?
That person you didn't tell.
She definitely was disappointed, but she wasn't the only one that was disappointed.
Why?
And personally, I can say this.
I think it was because the friendship that you had. Well, she may have thought she had with you was more.
No, we definitely have a friendship and we've known each other for a very long time. So unlike her, she always called me and asked questions randomly or told me about this date, that date, this, that, and the third. However, in our friendship, I have not ever been the one to call her and tell her about anyone that I was dating or the ins and outs of my relationships, just period. So it wasn't a purposeful dismissal. It just happened because I didn't communicate with her that way. She bounced things off of me and always told me what was going on in her life in that manner. However, that was her. But I guess because that was her, she expected me to do the same, especially in this situation. So we're going back to that thing called expectations. Don't place any expectations on me.
None on me.
I used to allow people to do that. I used to do what people wanted me to do. However, I'm not that Carletta anymore. I will not allow anyone to place expectations on me. I will only do what it is that I want to do and how I want to do it.
After running it past me.
You know what I mean?
Because we're a team.
Yeah.
And that goes for me also.
Yeah, so it's just that, you know, guys, stop taking it personally. Stop, you know, holding someone in contempt because of something that you would not want someone to do to you. Right. Don't expect somebody to call you and run down everything going on in their lives unless you are doing the same. Unless this is the type of relationship that you guys have.
But not only that, like, why is that something that people do? I mean, you know.
For instance, we were out and I took her to a brunch here, like on was it Easter? And I ran into someone that I've known for many, many years. However, we do not have that type of relationship. We don't tell each other who we're seeing, this, that, and the third. But she came and let me know, how could you? How could you not?
Get
this, that, and the third. Right. And I'm just saying to myself, yeah, you cool as 10 fans. But we don't have that type of relationship. So it's like, come on. Are you cool? Sure you are. Do I find her to be a good person? Sure I do.
Yeah.
Do we have that type of relationship? No, we don't.
No.
Do we talk outside of social media? No, we don't.
No.
Do we do things that are like friendly outside of social media? Maybe years and years and years and years and years ago we did, but even that was just running into one another. We never made a date and went out and just had fun.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it's so far beyond what people thought or expected of me as it pertains to her. Because first of all, I got rid of a lot of old ships, relationships, and friendships. I no longer, you know, feel the desire to breathe life into those situations.
Yeah. And then this situation has also just kind of had ships, friendships, relationships just kind of fall to the wayside. And it's not anything of our doing or my doing. It was just something that happens. But you know, the saying, people come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime.
Yeah.
I would love for all of my friends who I was close to at one point to be in my life for a lifetime. However, I know that that's not possible. It's not going to happen. You know, whether it be life events or it just things that happen. You know, everybody kind of moves differently, and that's okay. I will always love the friends that I've had or I have.
It's okay for people to move differently, guys. But allow people to
be
move
them and to be
not
who they
on
are.
your accord, not how you say or not how you see fit. Allow people to move. Remove you out of the equation.
Yeah.
If you didn't birth me, look.
And even that, family too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just serious. Family too, you're correct. But I'm just saying, people need to allow, unless, by God, you are totally walking and are the image of God, like you are perfect in all of your ways. No flaws at all, period. Okay.
You know what you're doing behind closed doors.
You understand what I'm saying? Don't hold someone in contempt to be perfect or to judge them for what they're doing when you know damn well you have a few things that you could work on yourself.
Yep. And this was the other saying. Don't be mad at me because I'm sinning differently than you.
That's right.
A sin is a sin.
No matter how big or how small. He who sinneth not cast the first stone.
Amen.
When you become perfect and free and void of sin, then come knock on my door. Maybe I'll listen to you.
Knock, knock.
Right? Like, come on, y'all. Remove yourself. Stop thinking that you're better than someone else because they're moving differently than you are. No, you're not.
At all.
You're not. But that's it. That's all.
Follow us on Instagram at Herndon.JonesSquared. Follow us, comment, like, subscribe to the I'm sorry, no, to
Not
the
FaceTime,
YouTube page where you're watching this video. Maybe you could be watching it on another device, however.
And if you have any ideas for topics or whatever, questions, drop them in the comments. And yeah.
And let us know what you think about people placing expectations on you,
like,
or you placing
how does that make you feel?
On others.
And if you place expectations on others, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Why?
Is that a human thing that we all do?
No, I would have to say, depending on what I feel, like say it was a close person. Like Helene or Dawn. If something happened in their lives, like marriage.
But that's because that's the relationship y'all have.
And we see each other weekly. Like they're present in my life. This is an active friendship.
Right.
It's not a friendship that I've had since elementary or middle school, and I know that they're there, but this is somebody where I'm currently having an active friendship with. You understand what I mean? So I see these people, they breathe life into me, I breathe life into them. So I would expect to know, like when she had that party and I didn't know, and Faye told me at the last minute, I'm like, I didn't know.
You didn't know?
Yeah, so that kind of hurt my feelings. But again, we know who are the core of us, and we know who we bounce all of our life, like circumstances or situations on. So, you know, you can pretty much, like I said, your head and your heart will lead you.
Yes. So,
like when
y'all heard it first from my wife. Don't be placing expectations on her, because when she ready to pass me, I'm gonna say no.
Right. Expectations suck. I don't like to do it, you know, and I don't do it often.
That's it, y'all.
That's it.
We're
done
to go.
Chatty Cathy's finished.
It is dinner time. We love y'all though. Bye.